Welcome, Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg, Sarasota audience. We're delighted to be back, and there's more than one treat in October. And the treat is the studio will be back and open and welcoming all of you to live performances of Radio Theater Project. Ain't that right, Bonnie?
That's right. This is the last of our streaming shows for this short COVID season, so we'll be delighted to see you all back at the studio at 6:20 at the end of October for Radio Theater Live. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
The Radio Theater Project presents Fax News at 5, written by Tom Sivak and directed by Bonnie Agan. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Fax News at 5 with Martha Fitzsimmons and Thackeray Durocher.
Good evening. Today is December 7th, 2023, and I'm Martha Fitzsimmons along with co-anchor
Thackeray Durocher, bringing you Just the Facts.
Almost 1 year to the day since the last COVID-19 death in the United States, the Centers for Disease Control has declared another pandemic emergency. A previously unknown virus is spreading quickly throughout the province of Saskatchewan, Canada. It is not only highly contagious, but apparently nearly 100% fatal.
Canadian scientists believe the virus may have mutated from the erythrovirus, which causes papular gloves and socks syndrome. PG&S syndrome is never fatal, merely causing an irritating rash on the hands and feet. Victims are unable to wear socks or gloves until it passes.
Thus the name.
Right you are, Martha.
This novel Canadian virus causes a severe and painful rash which covers the entire body. Scientists have dubbed it papular bodacious rash, bodacious being the medical term for body-related.
I've never heard that term. Must be a Canadian thing, eh?
Very little is known about papular bodacious rash other than it is 100% fatal and extremely contagious. And now, Brody Stockton with the weather.
Hey, folks, have I got some weather for you? Partly cloudy with becoming increasingly.
Hey, have you tried that new restaurant over on Weston? You know, the one that serves all the natural foods?
You mean Godiva's? Fact, they don't serve all natural food. They serve food au naturel. In other words, the waiters are naked. I don't think I'd feel comfortable.
Huh. I thought au naturel referred to the food. Well, I'm with you. It would be so awkward sitting there fully clothed while naked servers bring you food. That's why they have a no clothing section.
Frosty mornings with scattered snow showers lasting into the next
Please.
3 days.
I'm a product of my Catholic upbringing. I don't even wear patent leather
Warmer
shoes.
temperatures. And that's the weather. Martha.
Thanks, Brody. We'll be back tomorrow night with Just the Facts. Good night.
Oh, come on, the place got excellent reviews. My treat.
How about Capone's instead?
Okay, sure. You know, Martha, I never realized how tightly you're wound.
I'm an anchor woman, for God's sake. Capone's is waiting. Let's go.
Fax News at 5 with Martha Fitzsimmons and Thackeray Durocher.
Good evening. It's January 16th, 2024, and I'm Martha Fitzsimmons.
And I'm Thackeray Durocher, bringing you Just the Facts.
Today, a man in Duluth, Minnesota, tested positive for papular bodacious rash virus. This is the first confirmed case of PBR in the United States.
Papular bodacious rash has been running rampant in Canada since the outbreak began 1 month ago. Scientists around the globe are fighting to find a vaccine or cure.
And today, there is a glimmer of hope. Canadian scientists, noting that the severity of papular gloves and socks rash was greatly reduced by leaving hands and feet in the open air, wondered if the same technique might reduce the severity of PBR. A small clinical trial was held in Manitoba, Canada. 6 brave participants, all of whom had full-body rashes and tested positive for PBR virus, remained unclothed for 1 week. Within 72 hours, the Manitoba 6 were nearly rash-free, and within 1 week, they all tested PBR negative. Sadly, tests were administered post-mortem. The Manitoba Six having succumbed to the ravages of frostbite. Funeral services will be held this Sunday.
They will be long remembered. Even though it was a small study with somewhat inconclusive results, the CDC is recommending wearing clothing only when absolutely necessary. And when you do, and I quote, go commando.
That translates as stay at home.
Or go to a popular restaurant nearby. Next, Bruno Grapkus with sports, right after this message.
Fax News at 5 with Martha Fitzsimmons and Thackeray Durocher.
Good evening. Today is February 10th, 2024. I'm Martha Fitzsimmons, and on my left, hiding behind that huge chart, is Thackeray Durocher.
Bringing you just the facts. Isn't that right, Martha?
You are correct, sir. Tell us, Thackeray, what's that chart all about?
This chart illustrates the number of new cases of PBR each day. The shaded areas represent the number of deaths, which are surging right now. Makes you yearn for the good old COVID days, doesn't it?
Well, there's a big red shaded area and a tiny sliver of blue.
The red represents clothed deaths. The blue, unclothed. Those who were infected but remained naked had a 95% survival rate. Only 1% of people wearing clothing survived.
Armed with this data, scientists are suggesting extreme measures need to be taken. They are recommending that clothing be banned in public places. Just today, the governor of Florida instituted a mandatory no shoes, no shirt, no virus ruling, which states that all employees, as well as any customers who enter and occupy a place of business, must be fully and legally naked. Many feel that this violates their privacy.
Others believe no shirt, no shoes is necessary to save lives. Let me set this chart aside for a moment.
No, good Lord. Well, I certainly admire your willingness to set an example for our viewers.
Thank you. Folks, I understand the backlash over the no clothing ordinance, but look at those statistics. Seems a small price to pay to stay alive. We come into this world naked. We've just got to get back to nature.
Well, you can't just toss thousands of years of culture out the window.
Culture is man's construct. Nature is God's.
Well, if I have to be in a natural way just to go to the store, I insist upon my constitutional right to wear a mask. At least no one will know who I am. What? Oh, this just in. There has been a major breakthrough in the battle against PBR. Immunity from the virus can be achieved through close bodily contact? I'm sorry, Thackeray, would you read?
Scientists have proven that close bodily contact with others provides temporary immunity to the virus. In a study done in Singapore, 25 virus-free individuals maintained skin-to-skin bodily contact for several hours, all the while being showered with respiratory droplets of papulobodacious rash. They literally sprayed those folks with several kegs of PBR, and a viral test following the experiment showed that not one single individual was infected.
Scientists are now advising the public that the key to avoiding infection is herd immunity. Your herd must be in constant bodily contact and consist of at least 7 individuals. As long as you maintain those parameters, you will have achieved herd immunity.
Just to be clear, scientists define a herd as at least 7 individuals. There is no upper limit. And now the weather.
Rain showers possible throughout the night. And into the
I
early
can't
hours.
appear on TV with no clothes, Thack. I can't. Look, it would be hard enough to sit nakedly behind that desk in full view of you and the crew, but to show my tatas to the television audience is more than I can handle. I'm going to quit.
Oh, you can't quit, Martha.
I've never been comfortable with my body. Being an anchor woman has been perfect for me. I hide behind my desk. My tiny little desk. You know, I'm not like you, Thack. None of this seems to faze you at all.
Really? Look closer. I'm not actually naked. They're tights.
Oh, I didn't even notice. I thought that... Oh, I'm so self-involved.
Couple days after that, so stay tuned for more weather at 6. And now, Bruno Grapkus with sports.
Don't you see? I couldn't do it
Coming up
either.
for the Lightning.
But I'm going to have to. You're going to have to. We're all in the same boat facing the same fears. Life goes on. This is the new normal.
The nude normal. You know, you're right. Times change, and we have to change with them.
Right you are, Martha. But please, please don't be ashamed of your body. You're a beautiful human being in just about every way I can think of, including physically. When that day comes, you know, no shoes, no shirt, I hope you won't feel embarrassed around me.
That was really sweet.
Martha, come to Godiva's with me. We'll have some good food and we'll take some baby steps, both of us.
No. I'll go to Godiva's with you, but no baby steps. Thack, I see only 3 options. I could resist the nude normal, I could reluctantly join in, or I could lead the way. Goodbye, blouse! I'm going to live my life in spite of this virus. And I don't care who knows it. Oh, come on! Follow me!
Wait, we still have to sign off.
We'll all be rooting for the Bucks tomorrow night. Right, Martha?
That's right, Bruno. Go Bucks. On behalf of Martha Fitzsimmons and myself, have a good evening and tune in tomorrow for Just the Facts. Good night.
This is a special bulletin from Fax News.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fax News has just received a confidential report from an inside source at the Hurled Wealth Organization. Federal agents raided the offices of Coppertone Suntan Lotion today, purportedly discovering evidence that the Manitoba 6 clinical trial, as well as the Singapore herd immunity experiment, were funded by Coppertone. Sales of suntan lotion have skyrocketed since the pandemic began. When questioned if there were any deception on Coppertone's part, CEO Mel Lanoma said, "We never thought anyone would take the campaign seriously. Looks like you can put your clothes back on, folks. Papular bodacious rash appears to be another hoax." Despite this new development, tonight at Yankee Stadium, the world's largest twister game au naturel will continue as scheduled. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's another breaking story I have to cover. I'm coming, Martha!
You've been listening to Fax News at 5 with Lisa Tricomi as Martha, Jim Wicker as Thackeray, David Warner as the news announcer, and Dean Wick as Brody and Bruno. Foley and sound design by Matt Cowley and production by Blue Line Music and Media. The Studio at 620 house manager is Marcus Waby. This has been a production of the Radio Theater Project presented by the Studio at 620 in St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm your announcer, David Warner.